Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, Sheila. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It'll be a good day, of course. Yeah, have you been paying any attention to all these people getting canceled?
Apparently, there's things that are shifting because some, well, how's the best way to put it? Some networks are finally kind of realized, like, you know what? This isn't working.
Howard Stern, did he get canceled?
He is supposed to be. That's
Wow.
yeah, from what I understand. Because again, when Howard used to be Howard, it was fun to listen to Howard, and I used to be a
Oh,
Howard
yeah.
Stern fan. I had no problem listening to him whatsoever. When everything started to shift, a lot of the audience also decided to go out the right door, and they just took off. And so now especially a lot of CBS broadcasting programming is really starting to shift a whole different way, even including up into the news networks as well, because I think even CNN, I believe, is only about a month away before they're completely shut down.
Oh, wow. Well, this is going to be fun.
Sure is.
I'll
Watching it.
sit right here and just watch. Popcorn, yeah. So, sometimes my favorite thing to do at night is sit and watch like a series. I like to binge watch a lot of things.
Right.
Have you watched Animal Kingdom on Netflix?
No, not yet.
Oh, you need to. This is such a
Really?
wonderful. I finished it last night. 6 seasons. Ellen Barkin is a lead character, and her sons like to steal things from everybody, and they get away with it, and it's pretty interesting. And
Nice.
it, yeah, and it's near the beach. It's in California, but not, but it's near the beach. It's really nice. Nice. Yeah, they're stealing people's things, and I'm saying it's nice. But woof. That's what I did last night. After work, I came home and finished binge watching my show. Don't you have a show you binge watch?
So we just went through on the sports side. I went through quarterback and receiver. So quarterback is one series from Netflix,
Yep.
and I like the three quarterbacks here brought up this year, which was Jared Goff, who's my guy down there in Atlanta. Holy crap, I'm going to draw a blank. Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, and who was my third guy? Oh, and Joe Burrow. So
Oh,
between the three of them, I thought Eli and his brother Payne. Payne is the executive producer, along with Patrick Mahomes, apparently. But I thought he brought in really three good quarterbacks because all three of them obviously did not end up making it or winning the Super Bowl. But I think out of the three of them, and I like the way Joey Burrow holds himself, like his accountability, his standards, his parents, his teammates. But Kirk Cousins, for what he went through from injuries to like Minnesota and then going to Atlanta and then knowing that Atlanta just drafted a draft round quarterback, like you always tend to forget, no matter what, athletes are same as, I know it's a dumb statement to say they're just like us, except for they have more money, but meaning that, they have the feelings, the emotions, the whole 9 yards. And we tend to forget a lot of times, even us on radio, it's like we hammer them, but I'm like, dang it, you know what? I do forget that they're humans. And so it was just nice to see that in between the wide receivers. But one other one too that we just finished watching last night as we were scrolling through, Instant Family. You got to watch that one.
what's that about?
So that is, how you have foster kids that go from place to place. So Mark Wahlberg, and I forgot the lady's name, she was on Bridesmaid. She was kind of like this, I guess she's the co-lead actress or however they call it.
Okay.
But they decided that they want to have kids, but they didn't want to wait. And so they figured, what about if we just got one of those, those foster kids? Sure. And she just, she thought about it after a while, and then she figured out.
Hey.
My email will not let me in on my laptop.
Oh, why not?
I don't know why not. It won't give me anything other than July 17th. It's July 14th. Come on.
Okay. Turn it all off and try. Okay. Just turn your computer off and reboot it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
thanks.
bye. Kathy can't make her email work today for some reason, so she'll be a minute.
Okay. That's
That's
cool.
okay. And what was that one you were Instant Family?
Instant family. So they go through the adoption process and they figure, well, we'll get one kid. Well, apparently they didn't want to deal with the teenagers because, like, that's the teenagers were up on the hill and they were like, well, those are the teenagers. Nobody really wants them because, they come through bad backgrounds and so on and so forth. So most of the time they want kids. So they walk up to this one kid and then this other family that was there because it's a parent group. So there's about, I think it was like 12 of them that were in this group. And so every single one of them have to go through the process and figure out, which kid and so on and forth. So Mark Wahlberg at one point says, well, but maybe you shouldn't call them foster kids because, you have dogs that are in shelters and stuff. Maybe we call them like, I don't know, foster, animals or foster something else. He goes, and the lady was like, stop talking. And she's like, no, well, I'm just saying, we need to change the name. Maybe that's not where it's being adopted. Well, anyways, in the process of it, they find these two kids or the one kid and they thought, all right, well, let's go and talk to her. She was a teenager. Well, little did they know, she also had a brother and a sister who was younger than her. They were like 8 and 6 or 8 and 5, something like that. So the company told them, well, if you adopt the one, you got to take all three. It's a package. We can't split them up.
Wow, that's a lot of kids.
So they went through it. I won't kind of reveal everything, but they went through it, and it was a process for them to go through. And it was at one point, there was a little tear-jerker moment what ended up happening. But this one lady, she's just funny. She's been in plenty of movies. They look at her and says, how come you haven't adopted a kid yet? And she's like, well, if I'm saying this correctly, what I want is a young man that I can nurture and turn him to the athlete that he wants to be so he can go ahead and move on to college and go on to the pros and he can make something good about himself. But I want to do it and I prefer for him to be African American. And she sits right down. And everybody looked like, what? So the Mark Wahlberg's wife says, oh, like The Blind Side. You want to be like, the lady in the Blind Side movie. That's what she says. No, that's not. I just want to be me. She says, no, you want to be. She says, no, this is what I really want. So she kind of looks at her and tells her, oh, you're being serious. I thought you were just joking around. And the lady doesn't say anything. Well, the kid that she gets, without me, again, revealing it, the kid that she actually gets, nothing like what she had imagined, which is even better in the movie. But it was a good movie. It's like maybe an hour and a half, but it flew by. It felt like 15, 20 minutes.
Awesome. I'm going to say today's my birthday. Happy birthday. Yay. I have a tradition that I do every year. Do you have any traditions?
No, just work.
Yeah. Ever since I was 19 or 20, I would call my mom on my birthday and tell her thank you for having me. But today, the woman jumped ahead and sent me a text already. It's like, no, that's not how we do this. I call you and tell you thank you for having me because, you could have kicked me out or whatever. I was crazy at times. I'm sure I was a handful, but ice cream. I love ice cream. So today's a day I'm going to eat a lot of ice cream. And I'm going to go get an injection of steroids on my neck. So isn't that good? I mean, and yesterday I had to take my car in and get it fixed because it was making a weird noise and preemptive. And I'm like, well, all right. What's the matter with my car? Oh, you need a new water pump. Okay.
Oh, lovely.
$600. Well, $600 later. That's fine. I don't have a car payment, so it's fine.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
Yeah. Well, my car's older. It's an '08 TC, Scion TC, little race car, but it's only got 85,000 miles on it. So
that's not bad.
Oh, I love my car. And it's a manual, so, I can't even buy one of those anymore.
You sure can. I had a 2000, so prior to my Dodge Neon, I had a Jeep Liberty. And
oh, nice.
I thought too, in the snow, I mean, it would go through snow like butter. The thing was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Problem was the gas mileage was horrible. If I went to, normally if you go through, like if I go see my friends in Pittsburgh, you're looking at maybe a quarter of a tank, maybe just a little bit more than a quarter of a tank. In the Jeep Liberty from Philly to Pittsburgh was the whole tank of gas. And I thought, that's bizarre. It shouldn't happen that way. So I went back to the dealer, talked to him about it. And they thought, well, that is kind of odd. Says, well, next time you go on a trip, blah, 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 count this, count that. Okay, I did. Go down to Maryland, same thing. And I thought, man, I'm not digging this. So I said, can I trade it? So it hasn't been that long, and maybe I'll just get something else. So they said, well, we have this Dodge Neon that's sitting in our lot, and it has 5,000 miles. The person who bought it, unfortunately, passed away, so we bought it back. And it's a '04. It's got 5,000 miles, and you should be good to go. And I figured, okay, 4 speed, bought it. I didn't have to change the water pump and or the timing belt until the thing had 150,000 miles.
Nice.
I
Nice.
ran that thing until the wheels fell off, which was 265,000 miles. Basically, I started the car one morning and the car said, listen, bro, we've had great times. This has been a beautiful ride, but I'm just done. I'm like, okay. And I got rid of it.
I'm tired. Yeah.
That was the deal. But we hope everything lasts forever. But we know everything comes with an expiration date, unfortunately. And
Yeah. So eat the cake first
exactly.
before buyers. And I wanna let you hear what my friend sent me this morning. He is my friend Bruce from Ohio. I have some really cool friends, but he sent me like a Marilyn Monroe type of happy birthday message. So here it is.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sheila. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, chickadee. Hope you're having a great day.
Isn't that sweet?
It sure is. It sure is. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a guy from high school that, I've stayed in touch with a lot of my high school friends, and it's just a nice way to spend life. We can all go backwards and look at the things we've done together years ago, more than 10. And it's good. It's a good little trip. So I get to go home in August, which, by the way, I'll have to have 2.5 weeks off, dear. I thought I'd do that right now. But yeah, I'm going to go home and see my mom for her birthday, which is coming up in August. So it'll be a good time.
It sure will be. I do see that Kathi is in the green room. We can't see her picture yet, but I see her in the green room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She says she's on.
See,
Well,
we can hear you.
We can't see ya. Let me tell you who our guest is today. It's Kathi Glass, and pizza and ice cream. That's our discussion today, is pizza and ice cream, because let me tell you, Marion's Pizza is my favorite pizza, and I've been saying that for years. I even have a box, a Marion's Pizza box in my kitchen on display up on the top of my cabinets. I love their pizza. And it was the strangest thing, the way I met Kathi. She she heard me when I was on a radio station and actually said, "Oh my gosh." She got this call from her friend who told her about me talking about her pizza place in Ohio, mind you. This pizza place, Marion's, is in Ohio, and here I am in Florida. So her friend heard me talking about my favorite pizza, Marion's Pizza, and Kathi heard about it from her friend, called the radio station and said, "Hey, can I talk to her?" So I called her, and we chatted, met for lunch, and became friends. She's pizza and ice cream. How can you not love that? Kathi?
Hi.
She looks much better than the black screen, I promise. So tell me about your dad. Oh, now she's gone. Oh, there you are again.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. We had an outage up here for 3 weeks, so it's kind of messed up my laptop.
Oh, no.
My dad was a wonderful, wonderful guy and very, very smart and very giving to everybody. Um, at He did not start marrying until he was 52.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
Okay, I
he
gotta
never
ask
made
why.
it. He had been with some other franchises for pizza, and they weren't happy with what he was doing. He was looking into better steak sandwiches, better cheese, better sausage. So they let him go, which was probably a mistake because then he didn't have to go by the non-compete clause. So it was just wonderful. He went out on a limb, started the store, and then the next year, Kenley Players, which was a summer stock, was in Columbus, Dayton, and Cincinnati. And he happened to call the guy who was arranging it and said, "Hey, I want to give you a cast party." So they came, and of course, everybody wanted to come see all the famous stars, both from New York and California. So from there, it took off.
You go into Marion's and what you see is all those Kinley player pictures all over the wall. It's amazing. It's Gary Sandy, whoever was hound. There's pictures. And who were some of the main players that you guys had over?
Vincent Price,
Okay.
Barbara Eden, Lucy Arnaz,
Oh,
Tommy Tune, George Hamilton. I'm trying to think who all. Um, oh, Joe Namath and
oh,
Henry Winkler.
yeah.
We had, so much fun to see all these different people, meet them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
They're interesting people.
they are. And they're just like anybody else. Some of them are wonderful, and some of them you could slap.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Who did you want to slap, Kathy? You don't
Uh,
you don't have to answer that. I won't make you.
yeah. There was one guy who was drunk,
Oh.
and he was not a nice drunk. And then
Hmm.
there was one gal particularly who was really snotty and just, she was God's gift.
Those are the best.
Yes. So, but no, and it's taken off. We now have 9 restaurants. The 3 largest seat 500, and the
Oh,
smallest seats 275 people.
where are the 500 ones?
That is, I think, Beaver Creek, Englewood, and I think Troy, maybe.
Wow. All
Yes.
when I go back home, I'll have to stop by and see those. I don't think I've been in one that big. I like the Oakwood one. That's
Well,
my
that's the original one.
yes. It's the
That's where it all
best.
started.
It is the
Well,
best.
I tend to think so.
Yes, it is. It just has everything right there, and that's where most of the parties went down too, right?
Yes, that's where all the cast parties were.
Yeah. So it's just
And
got the ambiance.
we've had anything from weddings to the reception before the, and just birthday parties and anniversaries and a little bit of everything.
Yes, and every year is it that you this just happened on Wednesday. You went
Yes.
and did the, half price? What is it? The
Yes, we did
price
our
of one?
anniversary sale. We're 60 years old now, so we did 60% off 2 pizzas, any 2 pizzas that you ordered.
Mhm. It was a madhouse from what I heard.
It always is.
I know.
And I can't believe people wait in line to get the 60% off.
But, we love the pizza, and you and I have discussed this. You have a home down in Florida in
Right.
Naples, and that's just insane. I think so many of us people from Ohio got in the car and drove down to where 75 bends to go
Yes.
across. And we just said, "Okay, this is cool. We'll stay here." And we
Yes.
did. And wow, what's going on at your house?
Is that my computer?
I don't know. What happened, Angel? We'll just pretend like it didn't happen.
Probably my dad saying hello.
Oh, hey. I'll take that. And he, so okay, let's start from the beginning here. Ice cream was first, right?
Yes, around 1937, 1938, he opened a uh, Marion's ice cream shop. And he made the ice cream there. And then, of course, he had like, the ham sandwich and he had hamburgers, but his sundaes were the best. Back then, Saunders hot fudge was the best. And he'd
Mm.
put a little on the bottom, then he'd put the vanilla ice cream on top, then he'd put more of the hot fudge, and then he took peanuts and minced them,
Oh,
very tiny pieces, and sprinkled that on top with whipped cream and a cherry.
uh,
Yes. And he's quite inventive. When the war came and he couldn't get enough milk and eggs, he would go drive out in the farm area and he would trade coupons so he could get his milk and eggs.
that is cool
Yes,
because, he needed it for his business so he could
right.
actually
And
make
he
a
was
living.
able to handle it.
That and okay, so why pizza then? Because he knew that after he worked with the
Well,
pizza
I
places?
think, some of the friends were getting together and they decided maybe they'd go into the pizza business.
Okay.
And as I said, he was looking at other things, so they decided that they didn't want him in there. And 9 o'clock at night, it was Thursday night. My mother started crying. We got this letter by the delivery, with the uniform like you used to see in the movies.
Oh, no way. They did
Yes,
that?
and as of 9 o'clock, you're associated with these people.
Yeah, I know who it is, but I won't say.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to say either.
No, it's
But,
not.
and then in Dayton, Ohio, we also have Mahaffey pies, which was Melvin Mahaffey was a good friend of Dad's, and it was that night that Dad called him because they have a pie restaurant. They sell all kinds of pies. The recipes are from his grandmother, and he said, "Hey, Melvin, if I give you a pizza dough, can you come up with something similar?" And he said, yes. So the next day they developed our pizza crust.
I had no idea the Mahaffeys were involved. I
Yes,
love their pies.
yes,
Lemon
Melvin was.
meringue, pecan.
Yes,
Oh.
very, very good.
Oh, yes. Dayton's got some of the coolest, best food. Seriously. I
Yes.
I call it Foodapalooza when I go home. 'Cause I have to go to Young's, Jersey Dairy,
Mhm.
I have to go to Marion's, I've gotta go to Bill's Donuts, I've gotta go to Subby's Sub House, I've got
I have
specific
to go to the Pine Club.
Oh, I haven't been in years.
I cannot get any steak anywhere as good
No.
as the Pine Club.
No, it's amazing, and the stewed tomatoes are to die
Yes,
for.
they are.
You should come home in August and
Yeah.
we'll No?
I don't
Okay.
think I can. My son's going to be up here in August. So
Oh,
that won't work for me to go to Dayton when he's from Dayton. I don't think he'd like it very much.
I'll be there for a while, but he'll be there for a while, I'm sure, too.
Yes. Yes.
Brr.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, son takes precedence.
Yes. I'm sorry. Another time.
Yes, we will go to the Pine Club because we will be in
Yes.
Ohio at the same
We'll
time.
get over there. Are you
Yep.
coming back in October at all?
No, I don't think I am. I'll be
Okay.
here. You're gonna come back home here to
Uh,
Naples, right?
Barring no hurricanes, I will be there October 20th.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that, but you'll be in Ohio, I'm assuming, before.
Yes, for 2 weeks before.
I gotcha. I
And
got
hopefully I will be bringing some Marion's pizzas down.
That's what I was just gonna say, the
Mhm.
way that tell people how we
We
bring the
have
pizzas.
we half bake the pizzas and then we put them in the freezer so that they are solid frozen, and we use an aquarium cooler, which is still a styrofoam but it's thick, and I think we can put up like maybe 14, 15 pizzas in there.
Oh my gosh.
And we tape it, and then you have 17 hours to either cook those pizzas or put them back in a freezer. And then when you're ready, now I have a pizza pan with holes in it. Supervisor and I went through and tried different pans, and we decided this one was best. I think it's by KitchenAid maybe, or Cuisinart. I can't remember now. I have about 4 or 5 of them though. And you put the pan in the oven and turn it to 400. And once the pan is hot and it's at 400, then you put your pizza pie in. And depending on what you have in there, it'll be 10 to 15, 16, 17 minutes. Like crispy or not. I happen to like it crispy.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yes. And I wish I could bring some of our tuna melts and our steak sandwiches and our subs, but those don't travel well.
I've never had the tuna melt. I'll have to try that. Okay.
Tomato sauce, and then let's see. I think it's a tomato sauce and tuna, and then cheese on top.
Okay.
Wonder-
What kind of cheese?
Probably provolone.
Okay.
Kathi,
That does sound good.
I wonder if you guys were ever, well, first of all, do you guys ever ship your pizzas out?
Absolutely.
Oh, all right. Awesome. See, I was gonna say, hey, you could try the dry ice thing, but that's good. I'm glad you guys are able to ship it out.
Yes, we had, in fact, within the past month, somebody called from California. He was with his father, who had maybe a month, and he wanted to get his father pizzas from Marion's because that's what his father kept saying. Oh, if I could have one more Marion's pizza. So we arranged it, and it got sent out to him. So we do send them. I have taken them down to Cayman Islands,
Ooh.
Florida. They are sent out to California. So they're really sent all over. Irma
How do you-
Bach, who used to be in Dayton, had them sent to her. And McGuire sisters, trying to think of
Um,
all of them, but
wow.
mhm.
Who else? Who else?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think now. A lot of the stars that were in would sometimes then have them sent to them.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
So didn't any of the locals like Martin Sheen or Rob Lowe or any of those folks come in?
No.
No.
So the Lowe's have been in Marion's, and they are customers there.
Okay. I just couldn't imagine anybody that lived in the area that hadn't come in.
You know, the people that have the hardest time with our pizza are the students at University of Dayton that come from New Jersey and New York. They are not used to the thin crust, and when they see it cut in little squares, are like, what the heck?
Ew, right.
And if they end up getting a job, they eventually are won over and they love Marion's, but sometimes it takes a little while.
It's just different to them, just like Cincinnati chili for most people.
Right.
Most people
Exactly.
are like, ew, what? You put chocolate and cinnamon in chili? Ew, and on spaghetti?
Yeah,
Oh,
I love that.
I do too. Maybe that's what we should do for dinner for Christmas Eve this year, huh?
Hey, that'd be great. Oh,
I'll,
gosh.
I'll cook this time.
Okay, great.
Uh, so,
It was wonderful growing up with my father, and he opened the store the restaurant first one when I was 13, and he had me learn every position. I went from making pizza doughs to cleaning toilets.
that's
And
the way it
everything
should be.
clean. And then when I was in high school and I'd go in with my friends after a football or bad game, all of a sudden I'd hear, Kathi, front counter. We need more help making pizzas. We need you to answer the phone. We need you to work on the door. Don't let anybody in yet. It was a riot.
He relied on you, though, a lot.
He did. And even he died at almost 93. And my mother had died 6 years earlier, I believe. And so it was very interesting that he would have me drive him around. And then what his big thing is to find out what's really going on at the restaurants. He opens the door and he goes in so he can look, and he stops. He doesn't go in. Oftentimes they didn't see him there.
Yeah.
And he'd just look, and then he'd go to the manager and say, this, 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 this. But Marion taught me to be a real troubleshooter. He learned a lot from him, much more than if I'd taken business in college.
It's hands-on training in a family business that you had a vested stake in. I mean,
Right, right.
but it
And
was something you loved too. I
yes.
mean, I see the joy. Unfortunately, we can't right now. We just have a picture of
Yeah,
you.
I have
But
no idea about my computer. When my son comes up here, he's going to have to go through it for me.
next time we'll have you, a moving picture of you instead of you. But you look good. You look good there.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Yes. That was down in Naples, of course.
Oh, it's
Hmm.
not nice here at all. Sorry.
Oh, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's beautiful up in Michigan.
Oh, it's wonderful here. It's
And
it's
there's,
so many less folks here right now.
well, that would be a joy. And
Yeah.
I even have Marion's pizzas in my freezer, in both my freezers.
What? You
Yeah.
probably should not have told me that because I know where you live.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I will be bringing them down, and people laugh at me
Why?
because we cut them in squares,
Well,
and
yeah.
we use a knife for 1 week, and it has to be sharpened. We go through so many pizzas, but I got tired of trying to cut it with Maya knives, so I have one of the original pizza knives, which are huge.
I
You,
remember those.
yes, so I have one at each home. So
That's awesome.
Wow.
I can just go right through it.
Uh, the way I bring them home, I don't use your little container, but I freeze, they're frozen,
Right.
half baked frozen, and I surround it by my clothes and put it into my suitcase.
Yes.
And I'll bring back with it a 6-pack or a 12-pack from Yellow Springs Brewery. 'Cause
I love it.
they've got the best beer and pizza hand in hand. But
Absolutely.
oh, I get pulled over by TSA every time I have a little note in my suitcase saying, "We went through your stuff." Yeah, I bet you did. You better not have stole my pizzas, you little shits. So their pizzas are still there. The alcohol's
Yeah.
still there. They don't care that they just think I'm bringing back a bomb. I've got these frozen big discs and a 6-pack of things over here.
Now
It could be a
you got
battery pack.
pizzas are covered with foil, aren't they?
Yes, they're covered with foil.
I'm sure that foil picks up too.
Yeah, it's a great time.
But
Always causing trouble.
I had a very good life growing up with my parents, and Dad worked 7 days a week. He was there for the dinner hour, for the lunch hour. So, we didn't see him as much, but I loved to go to work with him. So I saw him a lot more than most of the family.
Yeah. Where did you live? Where was your house?
We lived on Robert Dickey Parkway. It's
I
one
know.
of the longest street names with only maybe 10 or 12 houses. It's in Kettering. It's off Shantz.
Okay.
It is 3 blocks to Patterson.
Okay. Okay. I know where you are. That's
Hmm.
cool.
So
Mhm.
at the end of our street was Dayton Country Club Golf Club, or the golf. So that was nice. They always had fireworks to my dad's birthday on July 4th. So we would always walk up there and watch the fireworks. And it was perfect because my father was a firecracker. Let me tell you.
I would have loved to have met your father.
He was wonderful, very down to earth, but he loved to help people. And
Yes.
for a good example, we had one uh, day manager who had her 13-year-old son babysitting the little girl, and the little girl got caught in the blind ropes,
Oh,
suffocated, and they did not have the money for funerals, so Dad paid for it all.
He's a very giving person even beyond
He is
that. He's just
extremely
amazing.
he is extremely giving, but he doesn't want necessarily his name on everything.
Right. He gave to schools.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. He
I
gave
love that.
it to UD.
UD and, what high school? There was a
Well,
high
that
school.
was my brother who did it, Chaminade.
Okay. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, that was my brother. That's where he went. He loved Chaminade. And then my brother also donated for the theater at University of Dayton, which is on South Main.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. And it's interesting. Dad did a great job with Marion's, but then my brother went and he is more media and communication. So he ran with it and he really got Marion's out there all over.
Well,
It's my dad and my brother's legend.
I love that. And the pizza is amazing.
Thank you.
I love the dinner salads. I'll go back and get that.
I do
And
too.
they just there's something about it, the way they're made. I don't know. It's to me the same feeling as remember when Kmart had a deli
Yes.
and they had those Kmart subs
Mm-hmm.
and they would wrap them in plastic.
Yes.
And for some reason that's just the epitome of my childhood at times, I can still smell that.
I
And
do miss Kmart.
yes, Kmart Blue Light Special.
Yes.
Come to
There
the
you go.
deli.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a fun time for sure. And it was much simpler too. Back
Oh,
then
absolutely.
we could walk around and not feel like things were going to go bad. And I don't feel like that now.
Yes. Well, it's a totally different world,
Yeah. We,
unfortunately.
yeah, we had a much kinder generation to grow up with maybe. And
We
maybe we were just not really fully functionally adhering to what our brains were telling us either because if you think about it there were a lot of weirdo times back when we were growing up
did
too.
some, but not as much as today.
No, no.
No, I really enjoyed my childhood, and my dad was very special to me. I mean, I love my mom too, but Dad was the one. And when my mother died, I was his caretaker. I'd take him out to dinner 2 or 3 nights a week, and if he had to go to the doctor, I took him. And this is cute. Um, we went into, I'm trying to think of the name of the store that used to be the furniture store right there at West Carrollton.
Oh, Roberts.
Roberts. Okay. So my dad, after Mom died, he called me and he said, okay, come pick me up. I need a new mattress. I said, okay. And his hearing was very poor, very hard of hearing. And so he says, well, get a salesperson. So I went, and the first person I saw was a female. So I said, excuse me, can you help us? And she said, of course I can. And Dad said, no, tell her we want a salesman. I
Oh,
said, Dad, she is. So he says, I want a twin mattress. And of course, it's like, well, do you want it firm? Do you want it soft? And he says, Kathy, sit on him and let me know what's good. I said, Dad, sit on this one. It's sort of in the middle. And he sat down for 1 minute and said, yep, that's fine. So he said, tell him to deliver it. And I said, Dad, you got to pay for it. He says, well, do they know who I am? I said, yes, but Dad, nobody does that anymore. You have to pay. He's delivered. He goes, are you sure? Yes. And he said, well, I didn't bring my credit card. So I had to pay for the mattress.
it was so different. I mean, even with the media, if you were, pulled over for drinking and driving, they wouldn't necessarily take you to jail. They
Exactly.
would take you home and make sure you were okay. It's just very different now.
It
I,
is. It
yeah,
is.
it's okay. We like the small town life too. And
Well, yes. It's now where I am, Petoskey's only 6,000 people. Although it's like Naples in the summer, it gets real huge.
oh, wow.
Yeah, so I have the best of both worlds, and I have my parents to thank for that, for all their
Yes, you
hard work
do.
and great estate planning. And in fact, mom and dad were over. They had a condo at Fort Lauderdale by the sea,
Oh,
and when I was coming down, I said, Dad, we're going to fly into Naples. I want you to see what you helped me buy. I'm not going to like it. I said, Dad, I don't care. I finally said, Dad, who cares if you like it or not? You're going to come. So wore his loafers and his slacks and his jacket and one polo shirt. So he had one polo shirt and underpants for the next day because he thought he was going right to Fort Lauderdale by the sea. However, he liked it. He stayed. I had to go buy him shoes. I had to go buy him shorts and polo shirts and underwear. He didn't want to leave.
but of course he didn't. It's a great place. It's better than Lauderdale.
Oh, absolutely.
How did your dad get so in tune with making a great pizza? What do you think caused that?
I think because he wanted quality products. Our sausage is actually made just for us. And now I haven't been around in the office lately, but the cheese used to come from Wisconsin, and we made our own pizza doughs. So he just insisted on the best, and the steak sandwiches, he tried them and wanted to be sure he got best. And then most of our meat is Hormel, which is top of the line.
Yeah. I No pizza tastes like yours. And I like different kinds of pizza, but
Right.
Marion's is definitely my favorite and
Well,
always
it's
will
the
be.
traditional pizza.
Hmm.
You're not going to find any gimmicky pizzas. It's all traditional.
In squares. That's the only way I eat
In
my pizza.
squares.
Yep.
Yes. So you don't get it messed up. It's not falling all over you, or
You're right.
you don't
You
have
have
to roll it.
Yeah,
You can make
little squares. That's what
absolutely.
I'm here for, the squares, baby.
Yeah.
Now,
And that's how people in Ohio cut it.
yes.
It's a Midwest thing.
Yes, absolutely is. And people here that have never experienced the Ohio pizza are like, why do you cut it in squares? I'm like, why do you cut it in triangles? That's stupid.
Yeah, with triangles, you got to wrap it to get it up, and half the time it's falling down at the center. And
Yeah, it's just dripping. It's not the
yes,
fun time. So tell me, why don't you have ice cream now?
um, that was at the corner of Hudson and North Main in Dayton, and in the '60s, and I've talked to some people, and they don't know what hoods are. I guess gangs. Um,
Oh, yeah.
and we were across from a Liberal, which is a grocery store,
Hmm.
and they shot the windows out. And Dad felt it was not as safe as it used to be, so he had decided to sell it. And one of his managers really wanted to buy it.
Okay.
So it worked out great. Um, Although I do miss ice cream.
I know. That's what I was thinking about. Today's my birthday and I kind of want some ice
Oh,
cream.
happy birthday!
Oh, thank
I
you.
should have sent you a pizza down.
There's still time. Uh, no, I look forward to seeing you. You can come down and we'll celebrate our
Yes,
birthdays, both of
that
us.
sounds good. Now,
Yeah.
as long as there's no hurricane, I'm coming down October 20th.
Okay, well, we're going to cross our fingers that there's no
So keep
hurricane.
those hurricanes away, would you?
I'll do my best, but I'm going to come home in August and, I won't
Mhm.
be here to protect anything.
Well, they usually happen in September anyhow.
Yeah, September and October both. So, yeah,
Yes.
so
But no, I'll be coming down with Marion's Pizza.
awesome. I'll come over.
Absolutely. You will.
It's so weird to me that, the way I make friends sometimes, this is just so random that we became friends. I mean,
Well, it was so wild when my friend called and she said, Kathi, you won't believe this. They were having a show about the best pizza. And at the end, the disc jockey said, oh my gosh, you're all wrong. The best pizzas in the Midwest, and that you named Marion's Piazza. So I called and I said, I don't know who the person was, but I just wanted to thank them. I know if my dad were alive, he would have been thrilled to have heard that.
Oh, no. I would have gone, home and then gone to visit him and told him all about it because I rave about Marion's. Like I
Well, thank
said,
you. We appreciate that. We
no,
really do. And we have fans all over the nation. When the parents go to visit or the kids go to visit, they'll often take the pizza with them because that's one thing they want. That I think and Esther Price candy.
yes, Esther Price and, the potato chips Mike sells.
Yes. Yes.
I have a couple friends that come home for that, but yeah, I come home for the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, is extra, but I
Right.
come home for the pizza.
But no, Dayton is a good place for food.
Oh, that's why we were all so fat there. I mean, I lost weight. I lost like 30 pounds when I came to Florida. I'm like, yo, look at that. I can see my feet
Well,
again.
and what is so interesting, when you lived in Dayton, your daughters worked for us.
Yep, 2 out of 3. Oh, I still talk about that, and I've got a picture of me and my daughter Tiffany when she worked there. She made me the cutest pizza one day. It was, for my birthday, and it was heart-shaped with
Yes.
little pepperonis on it. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just wonderful. I'm like, "This is so cute." Yes.
We do a lot with pepperoni if they want something special.
Yeah. Well, no, she made the pizza in the shape of a heart. It was really
Oh,
cute.
she cut it in the shape of a heart.
Yeah, she did.
Very doable.
Yeah. I
Very
appreciate
doable.
it. But, I also have to ask, what was it like growing up with your dad, knowing that you were absorbing all this? Did you want to be in the pizza business, or was it because you and your dad had such a special bond and you would have done pretty much anything?
It's because we had a bond,
Okay.
and frankly, I loved to go to work with him. Even when I was like 4 and 5, he he would give me quarters from the bubble gum machines, and he'd have me put them in the rollers to
Mhm.
take to the bank. And he said, "Now here's one. You make sure it's the same height. You count, but you also make sure it's the same." He always gave me jobs to do. When they were busy with the Coke and 7 Up and Bark bottles, they would just put them in a case. They didn't separate them, so I'd go back there and separate them. It was much nicer than dusting and ironing.
Much nicer, and you got to observe other people too while you were doing it.
Right,
I mean, you
right.
got to see the whole industry going, and I think when you get to work with a parent like that, especially when you've got that real connection, it's magical.
Yes, it is. It is.
Because when I look at your eyes when you talk about your dad, they glitter. And it's cool to see coming out of your eyes just the glitter and the love that is there for your dad. Uh,
Well,
I
as you said, he worked 7 days a week to give us a better life than he had. He was one of 10 children,
Ooh,
and
wow,
they
that's a
had
lot.
a 3-bedroom house.
Oh,
So the girls were in one bedroom, the boys were in the other, and then the parents. But I
mm,
have to tell you, he dropped out of high school after his sophomore year because the 2 siblings closest to him were 2 girls, the 2 sisters, and they were going to quit school because they didn't have money for clothes or textbooks.
yeah.
So Dad went to work to keep them in high school.
Amazingly unselfish.
Hmm. He really was.
It's so good to know you and know your family. I grew up in a town where I didn't know you or your family, but I appreciated what you did for the community and the pizza.
Yes, Dad was very strong about we give back locally
Mhm.
because we depend on the local people to support us.
Yep.
So it's a win for everybody.
It is. It is. Good pizza, good people, take
Mhm.
care of each other.
Well, and it's funny that everybody got to know my father because he would go, like I said, at lunchtime, and he'd go at dinner time, and he would be in the dining rooms, and he'd walk table to table. Hi, how are you? Everything okay? Good. And so people got to know him. And it's funny, I didn't give it any thought, and I was in Dayton last October, and the girl who was checking me into the hotel was talking about food. So I just said, okay, so what's your favorite pizza? And she said, oh, Miriam's Piazza. And I said, thank you. And she goes, do you own it? I go, yeah, my dad was Marion. So she wanted to take a picture of me to show her family. And then
Oh,
the shuttle guy who picked me up, I don't know how he found out I was with Marion, but anyhow, he said, oh, you're Marion's daughter. Can I take your picture? It's funny because you don't think of him as being famous or anything. He's
no.
my dad,
Right.
but
Right.
people loved him.
It they did. And you have a great legacy to hold up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, anybody that wants to order Marion's, how would they do that?
Let me get the phone number. I used to work in the office, and I don't work in the office anymore. Let's see if I can find my. Okay.
Is
So,
there
probably, well, it depends on where they would be picking it up or if they're having it delivered or whatever. But I would say, let's see. I would have them call the original store, which is 937. I got to put my glasses on. 293-6699.
okay,
And
so
yes. And just say that they're interested in half-baked pizzas. Now, you do have to order that at least 24 hours in advance because we need to have those frozen for 24 hours.
yeah.
So call 2 or 3 days before.
Yeah, I always do that when I order mine, and then I shove it in mom's freezer until I'm ready to leave. But
Absolutely.
is there a website?
Um, they're trying to get it up and running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
coming
they're working on
soon.
it. Yes, they're working on it. But we have the store at Patterson and Troyer, which is the original. And the second one was North Dixie. Then we went and got one at the Dayton Mall. Then we did Centerville, Beaver Creek, Englewood, Kettering. And then my brother opened Troy and Mason.
Wow.
Hmm.
You have one in Mason? I didn't know.
Yes,
So almost Cincinnati then.
yes, yes.
Ah,
It took a little while for that one to get going. They weren't quite, we're used to La Rosa's pizza.
that's what I was thinking because they sell that at Kings Island and
Oh, I know. And you know
everywhere.
what's funny is we had passes because we were so close to Kings Island, so we had season passes. And we would go down for lunch. We'd always have La Rosa pizza. And after we quit going, I went to Cincinnati and went to La Rosa's, and I was so disappointed it wasn't as good. And I don't know if it was because of the ambiance of being there at Kings Island.
I
What?
don't know. They have this sauce that's really good, and I've never
Mhm.
been in a La Rosa's, but I only had it at Kings Island.
Yeah, it was so good at Kings Island.
Yeah, it
Really
was just part of the
good.
day.
Yes. And wherever I go, I try to try pizza,
Mhm.
always looking for different ideas and checking things
Well,
out.
when you get down here, there's a place we'll have to go to in Cape Coral to try called Uncle Rico's. I haven't been
Okay,
there,
I
but
haven't heard. Okay.
have you been there?
No, no.
O okay, I've heard that it's really awesome, so I think we should go
Okay,
try
we'll
it.
have to try it out.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Oh, Kathy, thank you so much for joining us.
Well,
Next
thank
time,
you for having me. And sorry about my computer.
we have a picture up of you, so at least
Okay.
people can see what you look like. But really, Marion's Pizza, if you're from the Ohio area and you haven't tried it, shame on you. Go get you some. It's good and well, Never mind. Don't go try it because I need all the pizza. You just stay home and eat your Papa John's or whatever.
Yeah.
And that'll be good. Kathy and I will eat all the pizza.
Yes. As I said, I'm going to bring it down this year. So bring one
Yeah,
or two tours down. I send it through as luggage on the air line.
yes. And do you ever get pulled over for that? Do they ever check and
Oh,
see?
every time they
Okay.
check it, and there's a note in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I'm not being pinpointed here, It's
No, you're not.
the white blonde chick, she's trouble.
Well, they can't see through that styrofoam. They have no idea. They're probably shocked when they see it's frozen pizzas.
What the hell is wrong with you people? Don't you have pizza where you live? You can't go to the grocery store and get it frozen. There's your next step. I wonder if you could make a frozen Marion's pizza that would be good.
We tried that for a while. It's kind of fallen off.
Yeah.
But we did try it.
Okay.
The problem is that when you sell it in stores and stuff, you have a kitchen that is health related, that the health department checks. But when it is sold in stores, it is much more involved with your kitchen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. So that's part of the problem. We'd have to come up with a place to make them.
Wow, that's just too much of a hassle. We'll just
Yeah.
keep shipping.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because a lot of people do come in the winter. They'll get 2 or 3 pizzas to last them for the month when it's bad weather.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
And
We'll
then
make-
there are those of us that take it up to Michigan and take it down to Florida.
exactly. And we're smart. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you so much. My dad would be thrilled. I wish he could have heard this.
I wish I could have met him. And,
Oh, he was fabulous. Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
He was
I
a true character. And after Mom died, Mom knew all the names and faces and everything. And so after the second or third time where Dad didn't introduce me, I said, Dad, you need to introduce me. And he says, I'm terrible with names. Here's the deal. If I don't introduce you within 2 minutes, go ahead and introduce yourself. Then they'll say their name and we'll find out who it is.
that's what I do. If I can't remember who somebody's name, hey girl. Yeah. Oh yeah, hi, Karen. Yeah.
No, he honestly was a firecracker. He really was.
Good guy. You got part
Good
of him.
guy, yes.
I can tell you're a little bit of a firecracker yourself. So,
Oh, yeah, I like to have fun.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you know that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Thank you, Kathy, for taking time out of your day. I know you're
Well,
up in Michigan
again,
having a
thank
good old
you.
time, but I appreciate it. And
Well, I always love to talk about Dad.
you just
he's-
love to
he's-
talk. What do you mean?
He's. There are times I'm quiet.
No, I've never heard that.
You know what? In high school, I never said a word. I sat in the back, folded my arms, and never raised my hand. And I think it was his first or second time or year teaching, and he was still there when my daughter went there. And when we walked in for the parent teacher conference, he goes, "Oh my God, you cannot be Manya's mother. You won't shut up, and you never said a word."
Oh my gosh.
I said,
No.
"Well, I teached a little."
Yeah, you did good though. Well, hey, I will talk to you soon. And
Okay.
you have a wonderful day. Angel, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been
And
a good day.
both of you have a great day.
Oh, you
Thank you.
too.
You too,
It's going to be
Kathy.
great.
Thank you.
We got
Oh.
sunshine, baby. And you do too.
Well, I do too.
I know.
It's going to be 72 today, and it's beautiful out.
Uh,
No humidity.
what are you trying? Go away. Go enjoy your low humidity day.
All right.
All right.
Thank you again for having me.
You're welcome, honey.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.